Hey scholars, welcome to chapter 18-5, where we're looking at the health effects of air pollution. So we looked at indoor air pollution, we looked at outdoor air pollution. We've looked at what different causes of those have occurred and are occurring, and now we're looking at what effects that are coming from those. So let's take a look at that first. And again, your body's natural defense against air pollution can be overwhelming. We have lots of defenses against it. We have our nose hairs for keeping particles out. We have saliva to kind of, when we breathe things in, trap that immediately before it actually gets down to our esophagus, into our lungs. We have cilia in our lungs to catch things and form mucous membranes on them to where we can hawk them up and expel them. And we have eyelids for keeping, the air particles from entering our eyes. So we have lots of eyelids and eyelashes. So we got lots of different things to help us protect ourselves from air pollutants like cilia, mucus, sneezing, coughing. I forgot about those two things too. Those are helping to expel those particles. But they can be overwhelmed. We'll look at how they're overwhelmed, especially with smoking. Smoking and prolonged air pollution exposure can cause what we call chronic bronchitis, as well as emphysema. And that is emphysema is an irreversible damage to your air sacs and alveoli, which are helping with gas exchange within your lungs. It can become, your lungs can be abnormally dilated, loss of lung elasticity, which means how much you can open up as far as breathing goes, and you have acute shortness of breath, and that is emphysema. If you want to look at a picture of what your lungs will lay out with emphysema versus without, there's with pretty gross stuff. Let's take a closer look at how this all works. So obviously you have a nasal cavity, which can take in oxygen and take in an atmosphere, an oral cavity as well. Both those recombine in the pharynx and the throat, down through your trachea, which is your windpipe, and then into your bronchus, which are then into this is right lung, this is left lung, and your bronchus, which you have the alveolar sacs, which are really responsible for the gas exchange because they have lots of surface area. Also within your throat and your trachea, you have tiny little cilia that and they secrete globules of mucus, and the mucus then adheres to things that caught in your throat. Then you're able to cough, sneeze, or hawk up any of those particles. Right here is your alveolar sacs that's specifically involved with gas exchange. If those get damaged like they do in emphysema and your lung loses function, that's when your lungs start to look like that. So air pollution is a big killer. 3 million deaths per year worldwide, mostly of those in the continent of Asia. Main causes are indoor air pollution, and then stemming from that, all the pollutants, heart attack, respiratory diseases, and lung cancer are the cause, or the reasons for death anyway. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, proposes stricter emission standards for diesel-powered vehicles. They're not nearly as clean especially when you step outside the bus lot, parking lot. Most of those run on diesel. It smells very, very potent, and it has a lot of different dangerous things in it as well. So we need stricter emissions for diesel powered. The link between international trade and air pollution is a lot. Because we're traveling between waters and international trade, it's hard to have a set regulation because it's involving a couple of different countries, a couple of different areas. So with diesel power. So that's another issue that we come in contact with, especially with international trade, having problems with really regulating the pollution there. This is kind of a sad story, but this is premature deaths from air pollution in the United States per year. Sorry, not per year, per 100,000 adults per year. That's in this section right here. You can see California and the West Coast, not too bad. 1 to 5 out here in the West. In the Midwest, we got 5 to 10, 10 to 20, somewhere in there. 20 to 30 in this region. And then look at which state has the highest number of deaths per year. West Virginia. Hopefully you remember what they were known for or used for, and that is coal mining. So that is the reason why they have the highest number of deaths per year. Also, what attributes to this kind of gradual change are the prevailing winds. As you move from left to right across the United States, or from west to east across the United States, that's where those prevailing winds are coming, a steady flow of winds which are taking those things in the atmosphere and moving them across the United States. That's another reason why you can see the gradual change in air pollution. Well, that ends our topic with that. As far as human health is concerned, we'll talk more about what can be done in the future in the next section. See you guys next time.